You won't believe what might be quietly draining your money right from your own living room. Stop what you're doing for a second and type, "I'm ready to unlock" in the comments. If you feel like something invisible has been holding back your financial flow, imagine this. You wake up tired even after a full night's sleep. You work hard all day, but somehow your money just disappears. And at night, there's this strange silence in your home. Heavy, dense, almost like the air itself is watching you. Take a deep breath. Look around. There's an object within 6 feet of you right now. That might have been blocking your prosperity for years. And here's the worst part. It's sitting exactly where your home's energy stops flowing. No, this has nothing to do with your job or your spending. It's connected to something deeper. A hidden cycle you didn't even realize you were part of. And if you don't fix this before the next full moon, that cycle will close. And the stagnation will continue. In the next few seconds, I'll show you what this object is, where it is, and how you can neutralize this invisible block in just minutes, using something you already have at home. And once you shift this, get ready to feel your home breathe again. Hit that like button now. It tells the algorithm and the universe that you're ready. And come with me as we uncover a secret that hardly anyone talks about. But once you know it, everything changes. Few people realize this, but there's a common household item, simple and harmless looking, that holds an ancient power over the energy in your home. Our grandmothers knew this secret. They might not have used words like vibration or energy field, but instinctively, they knew where everything should go. And when guests left behind a strange, heavy feeling in the house, they knew exactly what to do. This object can either open the flow of abundance in your life, bringing protection, peace, and prosperity, or silently block it. Most people, though, keep it in the wrong place. It's not a crystal. It's not a plant. It's not even something spiritual. It's something sitting right there in your kitchen, maybe on your counter, maybe near your stove, maybe right by your front door, quietly interrupting the energy flow without you even realizing it. When something this simple is out of balance, you start to feel it everywhere. You're constantly tired. Your home never feels light. Small things start to go wrong. Money slips through your fingers. And the worst part, you start believing it's your fault. But it's not. Today, you'll learn how to restore balance with something you already have in your home. But pay attention. The right time to do this is now. If you miss this window, you'll have to wait until the next new moon to complete the full ritual again. So, what is this mysterious object? It's salt. Yes, plain, ordinary salt. The same kind you use every day without thinking twice. But here's what nobody told you. Salt isn't just a seasoning. It's one of the most powerful conductors of energy on Earth. Since ancient times, salt has been used not only to preserve food, but to protect sacred spaces, seal intentions, purify energy, and bless the home. And when it's placed in the wrong spot, stored carelessly, or carrying old, stagnant energy, it becomes an anchor, a small magnet that traps what should be flowing freely. Take another deep breath. Picture your kitchen. Where's your salt right now? If it's near your doorway, on the floor, next to the trash can, or near anything that holds negative energy, it's absorbing and blocking the entire energetic field of your home. But the good news, you can reverse it. The first step is to set your intention. Close your eyes for a moment and repeat silently, I release the block. I choose abundance. Now write in the comments, I choose abundance, and activate the power of salt. This isn't just a comment. It's a vibrational mark, an anchor of intention. When you type it, you're declaring to the universe and to yourself that you're ready to open the flow. It's the first link in the ritual. And listen, if you're watching this right now, it's not by accident. There are thousands of videos out there, but somehow you landed here in this exact moment because something in your frequency is asking for change, asking for lightness, asking for flow. Hit that like button right now. Yes, it's part of the ritual. Sure, the algorithm reads it as a click, but energetically, it's a signal of acceptance, of presence, of openness. Remember this. The universe responds the moment you show you're ready. Share this video with someone who needs to unblock their life and turn on notifications because in just a few minutes, I'm going to show you how simply moving one item, salt, can reverse years of stuck energy in your home. But before we get there, you need to understand why salt carries such hidden power and why entire civilizations once treated it like gold. Since the dawn of time, salt has been seen as much more than just seasoning. In ancient Egypt, Greece, Japan, and Anatolia, salt was considered sacred, used in ceremonies of protection, passage, and renewal. In Egypt, priests used powdered salt to purify the body before mummification, believing it sealed the soul and protected it from unseen forces. In Japan, Shinto monks still scatter salt at temple entrances, and even in front of restaurants, to clear heavy energy and invite good fortune. In old Anatolian homes, families would mix salt with water and sprinkle it into the corners of their house at sunset, cleansing the space and welcoming the hope of a new day. So why salt? Because salt is crystalline. And anything crystalline interacts directly with energetic fields. It absorbs, it stores, it transmits. Salt works like a tiny spiritual hard drive, recording everything that happens around it, emotions, tension, intentions. It's silent, but highly active. Think about it. You cook every day. You talk near your salt shaker. You think, you feel, you complain, you dream, and the salt just sits there listening. Now ask yourself, what kind of energy has it been soaking up all these months? If you've never replaced your salt, if your salt container has never been cleaned, then you're using a vibrational mirror coated in old frustrations, family tension, debt energy, and quiet fears. And there's more. Where you place your salt determines how it channels energy in your space. Put it in the right spot and it becomes a shield. Put it in the wrong one and it turns into a sponge, a toxic one. This knowledge used to be passed down through generations, usually by the matriarchs of the family, but with time it was forgotten, dismissed as superstition. What we're doing here is reconnecting a sacred thread that was never meant to be broken. So the question is your salt protecting you or quietly draining your prosperity. In the next few seconds, you're going to hear the story of Amina, a woman just like you, who lived in constant scarcity. Until one ordinary morning at a local market, she met an old woman who handed her a handful of salt and changed her life forever. Her name was Amina. She lived in a small desert village surrounded by dry hills and dusty roads. Every day, she woke up with a heavy heart. She worked tirelessly, sewing clothes for her neighbors, selling tea in the marketplace. But the money never stretched far enough. It was as if something invisible drained her strength before she could see any results. The house was always quiet, but not the peaceful kind of quiet. It was thick. The plants never lasted. Visitors came once and never returned. No matter how much she cleaned, the air felt heavy. Until one morning at the market, she saw a woman sitting under a faded blue canopy. An elder with deep eyes, weathered skin, and a necklace holding a tiny glass vial of salt. Amina stopped. She didn't know why, but something pulled her closer. The old woman looked straight at her and said, before Amina could utter a single word, "Your home is hungry." Startled, Amina asked, "Hungry for what?" The woman replied, "Hungry for clean silence, hungry for intention, hungry for pure salt in the right place." The old woman handed Amina a small paper envelope filled with coarse salt and whispered, "Place this in the corner where you've cried the most." That night, Amina did exactly as she was told. She took a small clay bowl, poured the salt inside, and set it down in the corner of her kitchen. The same corner where she had wept so many nights when no one was watching. The next morning, everything felt different. The air, the light, even the street noise seemed quieter, softer. Within a week, 3 new clients appeared, one from a neighboring town. A month later, Amina was invited to sew the wedding dress for a local ceremony. And for the first time in years, she slept with her window open, unafraid of the wind. She didn't suddenly become rich, but her home stopped draining her energy. And once that happened, everything began to flow. That's the key. Before abundance can enter, stagnation must leave. The ritual Amina performed wasn't superstition. It was a reconnection to ancient wisdom. And now, that same ritual is about to be revealed to you, step by step. In the next few seconds, you'll learn the 4 sacred places where salt should be placed to open the energetic pathways of your home. Now that you understand the hidden power of salt, it's time to perform the full ritual. But listen carefully. It's not about putting salt anywhere. There are 4 sacred points within a home where salt activates the flow of abundance, and each one has a specific spiritual purpose. 1. The front door, the portal of permission. Take a small glass or ceramic bowl, fill it with coarse salt, and place it discreetly on the floor beside your main entrance, inside the home. This is the point where everything enters: energy, opportunities, visitors, contracts. When salt sits there, it filters what comes through. It keeps envy, negativity, and bad luck from crossing your threshold. A follower from Chicago tried this after watching a similar video. 3 days later, a former client reached out with a new, better-paying project. 2. The kitchen, the center of creation. Place a bowl of salt near your stove, but never on top of it. The stove represents the fire of transformation. Salt in that spot symbolizes clean abundance, sacred nourishment, and mindful prosperity. Maria from Austin baked cupcakes to sell and rarely got more than 2 orders a week. After moving her salt to the right spot, her business doubled, and soon she was shipping across states. 3. The dark corner, the nest of shadows. Every home has one dash dash, a corner you almost never clean, never look at, never think about. That's where energy stagnates. Salt placed there acts as a silent purifier. Use a black bowl if you can, and replace the salt every 7 days. A woman from Seattle shared that after keeping up this practice, her teenage son slowly came out of a long depression. 4. Under the bed, the field of the unconscious. Fill a small fabric pouch with salt and place it under your bed, aligned with your chest. This point connects directly with your dreams, your intuition, and what you magnetize while you sleep. Karen from Vermont said that after doing this, she began dreaming of numbers, creative ideas, and even reconnections that changed her life. But pay close attention. The most powerful placement isn't about where the salt goes. It's about the intention you set when you place it there. Many people perform the right rituals with the wrong energy. They want results, but keep their hearts locked shut. They go through the motions, but don't surrender their vibration. The universe doesn't respond to formulas. It responds to frequency. So now, close your eyes. Take a deep breath. Visualize each spot in your home where the salt is, or will be, working. Now imagine a soft golden light forming around those points, spiraling gently, cleansing, opening, awakening. Repeat silently, my home is alive. My space is sacred. I activate abundance with awareness. And now, as part of the ritual, write in the comments, I have chosen where my salt belongs. This isn't just engagement. It's a vibrational confirmation. Proof that you've taken command of your energetic space. It's like signing your name before the invisible dash, declaring that you are here, awake, and ready to begin again. But there's something very few people know. Salt wakes up at night. While you sleep, salt absorbs the heaviest energy of the day. It gathers the fragments of arguments, racing thoughts, the unspoken worries that still linger in the air. That's why the most important part of this ritual isn't the moment you place the salt. It's the night that follows. Before you go to bed tonight, touch your salt bowl with both hands. Do it in silence. Don't ask for anything. Just say thank you. And as the world slows down outside, allow your home and your own energy field to rest in peace, too. In the next few moments, you'll discover why salt must be replaced during the new moon and how to combine it with 3 sacred ingredients that multiply its power of attraction. During the night, salt becomes an invisible guardian. It absorbs, it purifies, it transforms. But by morning, it's full. What you need to understand is that salt has a life cycle, an energetic one. It begins pure. It works quietly. And when it's saturated, It starts to release what it has absorbed. That's why keeping the same salt for too long is dangerous. It turns from a shield into contamination. The renewal must happen during the new moon, the 0 point of the lunar cycle. That's when the earth is most open to regeneration, to new beginnings, to the subtle reprogramming of everything around you. On the next new moon, gather all the used salt. Don't throw it in the trash. Wrap it in a white cloth, take it to your garden or to a patch of earth, and offer a quiet thank you. Thank it for what it absorbed, for what it cleansed, for what you no longer need to carry. Now, here's the secret. When you renew your salt, you can amplify its energy with 3 powerful ingredients, ones that ancient healers used to open pathways faster than anything else. Bay leaf, a symbol of victory and mental clarity. It strengthens your intention and helps you make clearer decisions. Cinnamon stick, a vibration of abundance and magnetism. It draws in what you desire: money, connections, inspiration, faster. Clove, a shield against envy, manipulation, and the heavy eyes of others. It protects your space as you move forward. Mix just a little of each into your new salt. Place it again in the same spots you've already activated. And then feel, not with your eyes but with your body, how the energy shifts. The air will feel lighter, your thoughts clearer. People around you might even sense that something changed, without knowing exactly what. That's the power of the sacred silence. True abundance doesn't make noise. It blooms quietly. But your cycle isn't complete yet. In the next video, I'll share a secret I only reveal to those who've already begun this process. How to turn your pillow into a portal for energetic manifestation. Abundance doesn't arrive out of nowhere. It doesn't knock on your door like a surprise package. It's drawn in little by little by those who consciously open both their inner and outer spaces to receive it. Tonight, you took an ancient step. You did something beyond the visible. You activated energetic portals through simple, intentional gestures. And that changes everything. Your home feels different now. Even if the furniture hasn't moved, even if the silence sounds the same, something subtle has awakened there. From this moment on, your home is no longer just a physical shelter. It's a living field, vibrant, connected, a bridge between who you are and who you're becoming. And that shift starts small: a bowl of salt, a comment, a mindful breath before sleep. But once it begins, it spreads. Over the next few days, you might start noticing subtle shifts, unexpected coincidences, messages that seem to speak directly to you, chance encounters that feel like they were meant to happen, ideas that appear while you're showering, driving, or just waking up. Don't question it. That's the universe responding to your action. You've already done your part. Now, it's time to pay attention to the signs. And if you've made it this far, know this: it wasn't random. Out of millions of videos online, you found this one. And that only happens when your soul is asking for an answer, or for permission to begin again. So tell me in the comments, where in the world are you watching from? Let's build a map of light, an invisible web of awakened souls, conscious homes, hearts that are wide open to true abundance. And write this with the full force of your intention: abundance has already found me. That phrase isn't just a statement, it's a seal. It's the final word in a cycle that began. The moment you said yes to this moment. Hit that like button, not just for the algorithm, but because it sends this energy out to others who need to feel what you're feeling right now. Don't keep this light to yourself. Share it with someone going through a tough time, someone you love, or even that friend who's always saying, "Nothing ever works out for me." Light doesn't shrink when it's shared. It multiplies. And if you haven't subscribed yet, do it now. Turn on the notification bell, because this is only the beginning. In the next videos, you'll learn how to turn your pillow into a portal for nighttime manifestation, the exact spot in your home where you should never store broken objects, and why. The lemon and salt water ritual for cleansing old emotional memories, and the secret of the bitter leaves vase that protects your home for 21 days. But here's the thing. These videos are released in specific windows of time. If you're not subscribed with the bell turned on, the algorithm might skip you entirely. And this kind of knowledge, it rarely appears twice for the same person. Abundance walks quietly. It finds those who are ready. And today, you proved that you are. May your home feel light. May your path be clear. May the unseen protect you. And may the visible show up as opportunities, peace, prosperity, and clarity. Thank you for being here, for trusting this space, for being part of this quiet, growing community, one that strengthens with every new awakened intention. I'll see you in the next secret.